radio stations to offer to help out at community concert events, do whatever you could to get some experience, even if I wasn't getting paid. Problem is, once you're out of college, I was told anyway, you can't work for free. You can work for money or you can work for college credit. But where I lived, at least at the time, I was told you can't work for free. So I was, putting out as many resumes as I could. And, I don't know, is it just me? Or does everyone always seem to have two great choices when it comes to major life decisions? I was, talking a little bit about that yesterday. Where do I move to Toms River or do I move to LBI? It always seems to be between one of two things, which I guess is good, but nerve-wracking to say the least. Trying to make that right decision. So I had gotten a few bites on the resume I sent out. One was from a company that ran concert promotions. The other was a part-time promotions rep for a top 40 radio station in Philadelphia. So I thought that was pretty big time. But the radio station job paid $2 an hour and less than the concert promoter job. So, make more money. Or I felt probably a better experience, a chance to get more experience at the radio station. So I decided to go with less money because I thought there would be more opportunities available working for the radio station. And guess what? I have been working in radio for the past 25 years, so obviously that was the right decision for me. Now, at one point, I did switch my goal from being an A&R rep to becoming a full-time radio personality. I remember struggling with that decision early on because I really just fell in love with radio. I really enjoyed being on the air and just, the behind the scenes and the show prep and the gathering of information and talking to listeners. And I remember having a conversation with a guy that I worked with. And I remember him telling me, it's okay to change your goal. You're allowed to do that. And it was so funny. I was like, you know what? You're right. I can do that. Like, I felt like I was, in this tunnel where I could only have one goal. And once he said that, I was like, you're so right. Why did I think that I couldn't change my goal? So I changed my goal. And here we are 25 years later, still doing the same thing. So I had a job that I loved. I was on my way to a spectacular career, but I was still quite the Debbie Downer. I never looked on the bright side. I had a constant attitude that I had the worst luck with everything. I somehow felt that life was more unfair for me. Instead of focusing on having a job I loved, I focused on everything I didn't have that I wanted and thought I needed in order to be happy. At this time, I did watch a lot of Oprah. The seeds were being planted. I watched a lot of Dr. Phil, and I just loved Dr. Phil, especially in the beginning. He had that no-nonsense way of letting you know that you were in charge of your life and your choices. And if you weren't happy, you were the one that needed to change it. No more excuses. Get off that excuse caboose. I started reading self-help books. I did feel silly reading self-help books. I felt silly doing the things they said you should do, like daily affirmations. Or I felt like an idiot telling myself every day how wonderful I was. Now, the biggest problem was I didn't really believe it. But I think reading these books gave me a solid foundation to start working on. I read the advice, didn't usually follow it, but after a while, it seemed that all these different books I were reading were basically telling me to do the same things. And it finally hit me that maybe there was something to what they were all saying. One time I made myself a vision board. This was a big Oprah thing. Make a vision board. Make a vision board. I put up pictures of a happy couple walking hand in hand along the beach to try and, bring that into my reality and hopefully achieve that someday. I put pictures of money all over to draw more money into my life. I actually didn't have a lot on it. And I thought to myself, I can't even find stuff that I want in my life. So I just started cutting pictures out of magazines of stuff that I liked. So, yeah, I felt like a 14-year-old girl. I absolutely did. But here's the really interesting part. I still don't remember much of what was on that vision board, but I remember one thing in particular. It was a pearl and diamond choker necklace from some high-end jewelry store. Now, I knew I would probably never get that necklace. It was way out of my price range. And something very interesting happened. It actually took me a while to realize it. I had bought a necklace that looked identical to the one on my vision board in the costume jewelry department at New York & Company. And it took me a good couple of months to figure it out because, I made the vision board up. I put it behind a door in, I think, my spare bedroom. And I never, I did it first. I looked at it. And then, I kind of dropped off a little bit. And then I didn't really look at it again. And then one day I just kind of, opened up the door wide enough. It might have even been when I was moving. I don't even know. And I was like, I looked at the picture and I went, oh my God, I totally have that necklace. I mean, it's obviously not the real pearl and diamond and all that stuff, but it's just as gorgeous. And it just struck me. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think I brought it into my life by envisioning it. I made it happen. So can it really be that easy? So easy that I didn't even realize when it happened? I say give it a try. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You may gain a fabulous necklace that you may still have in your collection today, like I do, because I still wear that bad boy from time to time because it is a beauty. I've talked about this a lot. I know you're probably tired of hearing it. I can't stress the importance of this because this is the one thing that really started making a difference in my life. The gratitude journal. Yes, I know you know what it means because I've talked about it many, many times. Write down 5 things that you're grateful for at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, if you want to talk about the day before, whenever you can get it in. Get it in. It's best to probably do it at night before you go to bed. That way you go to bed feeling thankful and grateful and gracious. But I do it in the morning because I'm just not a good night person. I'm laying around the couch. I don't feel like doing it. It's going to perk me back up. I don't want to be perked up. I want to go back, I want to fall asleep on the couch a little bit and then move to the bedroom and fall asleep. So do it when it is best for you. It's okay to repeat things, but don't do it too often because you want to look for a lot of things to be grateful for. And it can be anything from how good my coffee tasted this morning to having the most incredible husband, to having the best snuggle bunny dog that there is, to where I live, to the peanut butter and jelly sandwich I just made myself when I got home from the gym. The fact that I had company over the weekend and we had so much fun. There's so much that you can find if you just look for it. You have to keep doing it. It does take practice. The first couple of times you do it, you are going to sit there with number 1 next to you on your paper and be like, I don't know. What was good? What was something that good? I don't even know if there was something good that happened today. There is. 1, you woke up. 2, you probably had a nice warm shower before you got to go to work in your car and you have a job to go to, or your kids or your husband. There's all kinds of things to be grateful for. You just have to start appreciate them. We take so much for granted, and that's how we get stuck. We have to actually appreciate the things that are right in front of us. So get yourself a cute little notebook and a fabulous pen. The more you enjoy the tools, the more you will want to do the work. So find something that, you'll look forward to writing with and in every day. And write down those 5 things you are grateful for that happened today or yesterday. Do it. Do it right now, or when it's best for you. You will see how it makes life seem not as bad as you thought, and you will find that what I say is true. There is always something to be grateful for. So like I said, it is Taco Tuesday. I hope you get to enjoy a taco or a burrito or something like that. No, it's got to be a taco. It's got to be a taco. So I hope you have a great day. Make it your best day yet. I will talk to you tomorrow for Happy Hump Day.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.